church went a little too far. More so than my cartoon.
All right, listen.
A couple of jokes. I know this is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it.
Ever seen a Hollywood star shut down a reporter so hard they wish they could disappear? It's not just awkward, it's downright brutal, and it's happening more and more. From Blake Lively's icy stare to Samuel L. Jackson's N-word challenge, celebs are done playing nice with woke media. We've got the clips that'll make you cringe and cheer at the same time. Remember when celebs could say whatever the hell they wanted? Yeah, those days are long gone. Hollywood's gone full woke, and it's like walking on eggshells out there. We've got diversity quotas, sensitivity readers, the whole 9 yards. It's gotten so bad that writers can't even write anymore, and comedians, forget about it. They can't crack a joke without someone getting their panties in a twist. You know what's really messed up? Shows are getting axed left and right for not being inclusive enough. Like, what does that even mean? Are we supposed to have a quota for every possible identity now? It's ridiculous. And don't even get me started on that time they tried to make James Bond a woman. Come on, people. James Bond is a dude. End of story. But here's the thing, all this PC nonsense isn't just annoying, it's killing creativity. How are artists supposed to push boundaries and make great stuff if they're constantly worried about offending someone? It's like we're living in some bizarre world where feelings matter more than talent or originality. You want to know the real kicker? A lot of celebs are sick of it too. Yeah, behind the scenes, there's a backlash brewing. More and more stars are starting to push back against this woke madness. They're done playing nice and tiptoeing around every little issue. Take Ricky Gervais, for example. Dude straight up roasted Hollywood at the Golden Globes, calling them out on their hypocrisy.
Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world.
Or how about Dave Chappelle? He's been catching heat for years, but he keeps on doing his thing, not giving a damn about the outrage mob. And it's not just the comedians, even A-list actors are getting fed up. Remember when Scarlett Johansson said she should be allowed to play any person, tree, or animal she wants? Yeah, she got flack for it, but at least she had the guts to speak her mind. The tide is turning, folks. More and more celebs are saying enough's enough and standing up for their right to create without constant censorship. They're showing that you don't have to apologize for every little thing or bend over backwards to please everyone.
Why do you want me to
They're
say
gonna bleep it when you say it on your show. So say it.
I can't say it. If I say it, this question it won't make air.
Freedom of speech in that. Why should your right to freedom of speech trump a trans person's right not to be offended?
But here's the funny part. Some reporters haven't gotten the memo. They're still out there trying to play gotcha with their woke questions, thinking they can corner celebs and make them look bad. Boy, are they in for a rude awakening, because these stars, they're done playing games, and they're about to show these journalists exactly what happens when you try to push them too far. So these woke reporters think they've got celebs cornered, huh? Big mistake. Huge. You won't believe what happened when Samuel L. Jackson dared one of them to say the N-word.
Controversy surrounding the usage of the N-word in this movie, and
no, nobody, none. The word would be.
Oh, I don't want to say.
Talk about a deer in headlights moment, and that's just the beginning of the beatdown. Look, these journalists think they're so smart with their gotcha questions. They're trying to trap celebs, make them look bad on camera. But guess what? The stars are done playing along. They're hitting back, and they're hitting hard. Take Samuel L. Jackson, for example. This guy doesn't mess around. During an interview, some reporter tried to dance around the N-word in his film. Jackson wasn't having it. He straight up told the guy, "We can't have this conversation unless you say it."
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it. You want to move on to another question?
Okay. Awesome. I don't want to say it.
Come on.
Can you imagine? The reporter froze up like he'd seen a ghost. Jackson wasn't about to let him sanitize the discussion. That's how you shut down BS real quick.
This question it won't make air.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, I'll skip it. Sorry, guys. It was a good question.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great question.
It wasn't a great question if you can't say the word.
And don't even get me started on Jordan Peterson. This dude's a master at handling these woke types. Remember when he went on Channel 4 and that lady tried to corner him about free speech? Peterson looked her dead in the eye and said, "In order to think, you have to risk being offensive. Boom, mic drop. He turned that whole interview around and made her look silly for even trying.
In order to be able to think, you have to risk being offensive. I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. You know, like you're certainly willing to risk offending me.
They haven't had a great time, though, have they?
Who has had a great time in history?
But men have had less of a
Really?
shitty
Have
time.
they? Have they? By what standard?
But my personal favorite? Bill Burr. This guy's a legend. So he's on some morning show, right? And this host starts going on about how his animated series might be disrespecting Christianity. Burr wasn't having any of it. He called her out right there on live TV. He's like, who exactly is upset? I don't think it's the Christians. I think it's you. Talk about nailing fake outrage to the wall.
Background is part of the show. Or at
Yes,
least
and I
2
wanted to
episodes.
talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far.
Church went a little too far. More so than my cartoon.
All right, listen.
A couple of jokes. I know this is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
These celebs are showing us it's okay to stand up to this nonsense. You don't have to apologize for every little thing. You don't have to tiptoe around sensitive topics. They're proving that honesty and a backbone can shut down these woke crusaders faster than you can say triggered. It's not just the big names either. Dana White, the UFC guy, a reporter tried to accuse him of letting fighters say homophobic stuff.
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, you know, what they can say.
White shut that down real quick. He's like, I don't give anyone a leash. They say what they want. That's how you handle it.
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
I'm like...
Free speech. Gonna control what people say? Gonna tell people? I don't tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them.
No apologies, no backtracking. So what's next? Is Hollywood finally waking up from being woke? Are we gonna see more celebs telling these PC police to shove it? I don't know about you, but I'm grabbing my popcorn. This showdown's just getting started, and I can't wait to see who's gonna snap next. Look, folks, the woke parade in Hollywood might finally be running out of steam. More and more celebs are saying enough's enough with all this PC nonsense. And you know what? Maybe it's about damn time. We've all been walking on eggshells for way too long. Remember when we could actually take a joke without losing our minds? Yeah, those were the days. Now everyone's so busy being offended, they forgot how to laugh. But here's the thing, some big shots in the industry are starting to push back. They're sick of all the diversity quotas and sensitivity readers killing their creativity. It's like, can we just make good movies and shows without checking off every box on the woke checklist? So what do you think? Are you over all this woke culture crap, or do you think it's here to stay? Drop a comment and let us know. Cause at this rate, who knows what Hollywood's gonna look like in a few years? Might be time to stock up on the old classics before they get canceled too.